You good over there?
Welcome to So What's the Catch? It is a wonderful Wednesday here at the Ohio Media School as we are live on All Sports Cleveland. Maybe we're live, maybe we're not. We'll find out. But we're starting this off today because there's some big controversy going on with the Olympics. Sha'Carri Richardson is not allowed to run in the Olympics due to the fact that she tested positive for marijuana beforehand. And I think this is completely ridiculous, honestly.
Yeah. Let her run.
Listen, if she's smoking marijuana and she's still an Olympic sprinter and is faster than everybody else, obviously there's nothing that's impeding her. If anything, she's giving everyone else a better chance to beat her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a garbage rule. I mean, the fact of the matter is that a lot of people use marijuana and other THC-related things for recovery.
Yeah.
They use it to make sure that their joints and muscles don't hurt. And honestly, I don't see a problem with it as long as it's not interfering with her actual performance.
Not like she's out there blazing up after she runs.
No.
Or before, or blazing up during. It's
That's true.
I mean, that's very possible. I mean, even here in Cleveland, we all remember Josh Gordon. He would smoke before games. He would drink before games too, and he would still be unreal.
Right.
He's trying to get reinstated again.
His career's over. But Calvin Johnson was another one that would smoke before and after games, and he was unreal.
I actually did not know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, athletes use it as a recovery tool.
It makes sense.
Like Nate Diaz, he uses it
Oh.
up until fights and
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
fights. So it's like a recovery thing, helps him. I don't see a problem with it really.
I mean, I don't view marijuana as like a steroid, so yeah, I don't really have a problem with it. If she was using an illegal steroid, yeah, I would have an issue with it, obviously.
I mean, that would be entirely different. But,
Yeah.
I mean, this is a simple recovery tool.
They didn't give her anything to win. Like, it didn't make her faster. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I heard something about
She
that.
said that's why she did it. She wanted to cope with her mom dying.
Sometimes it helps with coping, honestly.
I think it was originally that she was still going to be able to do one of the races she was going to do after her suspension, and then other events happened, and now she's not running at all.
I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of people have been trying to draw that comparison. It's not a similar or even like comparison. And here's why. That photo of him with the bong surfaced in 2009, a year after he competed in the Olympics, and 3 years before his next one. So it was after and 3 years beforehand. So as many people wanted to draw comparisons and try to possibly make this a race-related thing, it's the timing is completely different.
Isn't it similar to when Laramie Tunsil was on the verge of getting drafted in that picture of him wearing like the, yeah.
I think
I don't know.
No, I'm not sure.
I want to say like those instances are like different just because they did it months before. It was probably out of their system after they were drafted or it was talked about.
Yeah.
And that was it. Like somebody got a video, leaked it, and this was like hers was like a week after basically.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she was supposed to compete. Like,
Yeah.
Next month.
The timing is what it comes down to. The timing of it, unfortunately for her, is just not optimal, I guess. And the timing for others, when other things have happened, it doesn't really impact the thing. I mean, and let's be real here. Laramie Tunsil having that picture of him with the gas mask on showing up was probably one of the better things to happen in his career. So he can end up getting drafted by one of the top teams in the draft. He slid in the draft because of that. I mean, yeah, he still ended up in Miami, but he eventually got traded again. So,
I would think so.
Well, it does. Well, yeah, it does. Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of it was specifically to, the prohibition was specifically to target those groups of people. But I mean, nowadays, I mean, it's archaic. It needs to go away. It really shouldn't even be a conversation. I mean, if people can drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes, do God knows what, get prescriptions for painkillers, which are significantly worse.
Yeah.
You should be able to smoke marijuana, honestly.
Right here it says she's going to miss the Olympics because her name wasn't included on the roster released by USA Track and Field.
Huh.
Well, they essentially kicked her off the team.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
And that's really unfortunate because she's trained for a very long time for this moment.
It was,
Yeah, I think that's what I was mentioning earlier.
Yeah, so
there was another girl that tested positive for PBs, but she's running in the Olympics.
when did that test come out? I don't know.
That's what I'm trying to find. So I've been over here like searching for everything I sent. But her excuse was it was from a burrito.
A burrito. Wow.
I mean, stuff like that happens all the time. I mean, generally, athletes of that caliber are very careful about what they ingest, whether that is something food related or something supplement related. But it wouldn't be the first time I think I've heard of something like that actually being the case. But a lot of the times when people say stuff like that, they're usually lying. But it wouldn't be entirely surprising if you told me that's what happened. But we need to head into a break here. But when we come back, we're talking NBA playoffs here on So What's the Catch on All Sports Cleveland. Absolutely.
Yes.
Gina Pradini, I don't know how to say her last name. She's replacing Shakar.
So you just moved random Cleveland that going to segment 3 or whatever it was?
Yeah, put that there. Then I remembered something we can discuss. So, putting together segment 3 on the fly.
I'll take random Cleveland sports up. We have segment 7.
Oh, okay.
How many minutes, Shark?
All right, we are back here on So What's the Catch on All Sports Cleveland, and we're talking some NBA stuff. Before we get into the NBA Finals, just a real quick note. The San Antonio Spurs will have a new name for their arena after the fall of 2022, after AT&T chose not to renew. So the Spurs will be playing in something new. Huh?
The Alamo Dome?
No, they're going to call it something, definitely not that.
They should go back.
Why go back? The new arena is so much better. The Alamo Dome is a complete nightmare.
Yeah, the Alamo Dome was not good.
Is your mic on? I can hear you, but not really.
Yeah, your mic.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I can hear you now.
I'm saying the Alamo Dome is like 2,000 capacity.
Do you know why they constructed that the way they did? The Alamo Dome was constructed in the way and shape that it is, not only for basketball and rodeo events, because, they had rodeo stuff there, but it was possibly to attract a baseball team and an indoor football team as well, which is why it's so massive.
No.
Texas is not really a basketball state at that, so.
I mean, Texas is football and baseball.
In rodeo.
Huge baseball state. But let's get into it. NBA Finals Game 1 last night. The Phoenix Suns, the team of destiny, Phoenix Suns, take Game 1.
It was amazing to watch that game.
It was very interesting. I did not think Giannis was going to play.
He did pretty good for somebody who just hyperextended their leg a few days ago.
Yeah.
So
I feel like it was more than a hyperextension. Milwaukee just didn't want to give the full extent of the injury.
possibly, but he looked good.
I'll just say this right now. I think as an effective player myself, if I'm in the finals, not 20%, I'm whatever it takes.
In this scenario, are you the star player or are you just like a regular guy?
He's Mikhail Bridges.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's Mikal Bridges. But
In this scenario, you're sure like you're yourself in this scenario. So in this scenario that he gave you, you're yourself
yeah,
still. No,
no, you are no Devin Booker, my
you
friend.
are Giannis's brother.
Maybe Scalabrine.
What?
Okay, but
Who played 0 minutes last night? Let's just look that up. Yeah, he played 0 minutes.
He plays- he plays in like garbage time for the Bucks. But I did notice something. Milwaukee kept switching on a lot of their defensive plays, and Chris Paul and Devin Booker just said, "Thank you very much."
Okay, so are they switching too much or not enough?
Too much.
Okay.
That's what the Suns want, though.
Exactly. So I'm just giving you an observation.
Do the Bucks have capable defenders to actually play and not switch?
No.
Yeah. Do they have capable defenders at the guard position to not
No.
switch?
He's it, but then you got Devin Booker to worry about. And
Right.
then you put him on him, and then Chris Paul is having a field day. And then maybe Mikal Bridges. I don't know.
So here,
Never Mikhail Bridges.
Jay Crowder didn't give the Suns anything last night.
Because Jay Crowder stinks.
He gave him Patrick Beverly style defense. I don't know. It was DeAndre Ayton. He had what? Didn't he have like 20-20 game? Or close to
It was almost 2020. Yeah, I think it was a rebound short.
Okay, so yeah, like that main three was stepping up.
Right.
Cam Johnson did good too.
Yeah.
I didn't think that.
So-
shout out Cam.
Dario Saric got injured last night. I don't know if you saw that.
I did not. Thank you very much. I did not know that.
But and then they started to play Kaminsky a little bit.
Well, come on, 4 minutes of Frank Kaminsky? How can you not
I'm surprised.
undervalue the 4 minutes
I'm
of
no,
Frank Kaminsky?
I'm surprised they didn't play him more though.
There's a reason they didn't. He's not good.
What did you think of him with that rookie season?
Who? Kaminsky? He's playing on a garbage team. Who cares?
He had 10 points per game.
They went to the playoffs that year.
Yeah, but
It's not because of Kaminsky.
that was because of Kemba.
Did you just say oh like that?
You thought like Frank Kaminsky put the Hornets on his back. It was just like,
Okay.
yeah, Kemba Walker is the reason they went to the playoff. It was not the 10 points per game from Frank Kaminsky.
No, but the only reason I'm saying I'm surprised they didn't play Kaminsky more was because he's, like a stretch four that you can have play the mid-range game, shoot the three-pointer. You can involve him in pick and roll. So I'm a little bit surprised they didn't play him more.
Still a liability on defense. He's not the strongest.
That's true.
Battle down low.
But I'm just saying, if Milwaukee's going to continue to play big with Portis and Brooke Lopez and the other guys, maybe he is an option.
I mean, let's be real here. The Suns won last night. Why mess with what worked?
That's
Bro,
true.
don't fix it.
I mean, there's no reason to change things. Let's not reinvent the wheel and try to overthink this. Because that when teams overthink things is when you see them just completely collapse. There's no reason to overthink anything. Sure, make adjustments, and especially have in-game adjustments ready for whatever Milwaukee throws at you. But don't go in there trying to be like, I'm going to be the smartest guy in the room here, because that guy usually loses.
Also, I don't think the Bucks have the right coaching still.
You don't think Budenholzer's the right job? Or right guy, I mean?
No.
Hmm.
He's all right, but I don't think he's like the right guy.
Williams already has chemistry.
You know what the Bucks need to do? They need to fire the coach again and bring back Joe Prunty. That's the Oh, man. Who? What is his coaching experience?
0.
Zero.
Not even an assistant.
It's just so you remember Michael Redd, the player. You don't remember, he doesn't have any coaching.
He's never picked up a clipboard.
When I did,
Let me double check to make sure Michael Redd has no coaching experience. Maybe he's an assistant somewhere.
what I did enjoy about the Suns' game plan last night, they were sticking with that mid-range shot a lot, and I enjoyed that
It was
because
working. Like you gotta know.
exactly. I think they went like 25 of 26 from the free throw line.
Yeah, they went 24. No, yeah, 25-26. Jay Crowder missed the last one.
Okay, so Redd's not even a coach. Okay, he's not even in basketball anymore. He's an accomplished entrepreneur and venture capitalist. Okay, he has his own podcast, and he lives in Powell, Ohio.
He's in Ohio.
You know,
Okay.
say something about the Cavs now.
Oh, he's
From
not-
Columbus.
So
He went to the Ohio State. Okay.
Michael Redd?
Yeah.
Did not know that. Thanks, Chuck.
thanks, Shirk.
I did want to ask the review.
Okay. What is it? Come on.
What is does it have to do with Mikal Bridges? Oh wow.
What is the NBA? How do you think they feel about these small markets?
Here's the real answer. Does it really matter? Because it doesn't.
I love it as a Cavs fan personally.
You know what? The one thing that annoys me is that, especially with the NBA, is they always go, "Oh, we're looking for the big markets." They always want LA, New York, is what they always want, or Boston.
Why Tom Thibodeau won the coach?
But the fact of the matter is that it really doesn't matter all that much. Okay?
I think it's good for basketball, really, to have new faces in the finals.
Because how many times do we hear those people complain about, "Oh, it's Cavs Warriors again, Cavs Warriors again"?
Oh, LeBron's back here again.
Oh, it's LeBron in the finals again. I mean, people just get mad about it. Then you got to watch Skip Bayless tweet nonsense, and
Yeah.
nobody wants to watch him talk.
I'm
To begin
excited to see one of these teams. Hopefully the Suns get their first ring. Chris Paul, please.
I'm hoping for the Suns.
I mean,
Haven't the Bucks won once?
1974,
Thank you.
but like 74.
71.
Oh.
Josh is wrong. New segment. Josh is wrong.
Yay!
Okay, he was Lou Alcindor at the time. Okay. Yeah. You're talking about the Bucks championship team. Get the names right.
Was that like his rookie year?
I think it was
It was
that
very early in his career.
I think it was that their last finals appearance was in '74. I think that's what it was.
I believe you're also wrong on that as well. This is the Josh is wrong segment. No, he was. You're right. You're right. You're right.
I don't like this segment anymore.
Yeah, this segment sucks. Trash it. One last thing. How much of the playoffs been influenced by crowds being back?
Very much.
Very much?
Yeah, I say very much. It's very it really turned like the energy up for the players too to get the feed off the fans.
It's so much different than last year's bubble.
Yes.
The bubble was a lie. Okay, the bubble heat, total lie. Okay. The finals, if it wasn't the bubble, last year. I don't know. Not the Heat, but the Lakers still would have been there.
Yeah, the Lakers would have been there, but I'm gonna.
I don't know.
I don't probably someone stupid like the Celtics.
I'll be generous this year. I'm saying Bucks losing 6. I think they get 2.
Hey, until they win a game, Suns in 4.
Yes.
Until they win a game, Suns in 4. Okay, so we're gonna head to a break right now. When we come back, we have the random Cleveland athlete of the week, and I saw a crazy trade proposal yesterday. We're gonna get into that here. So what's the catch?
I get what you're saying about I just thought like since Sarge went down, like they have been using him off the bench a lot. Maybe you could put Kaminsky in that role.
Who else is on that team? I think still have a shot on.
That's all I was trying to say, really. Should have phrased it differently. Whatever.
Your first what differently?
Since Sarge went out, I was saying Kaminsky should have been put in that same role, but that's all.
All right, and we're back with one of my favorite segments. It's actually probably my favorite segment because I get to play the pick the random person and see if they can guess who it is, and they're usually not very successful.
No, because it's like football. You're not a football guy.
But good news, I have a football player for you guys today.
What was the guy last week?
2 weeks ago or last week?
He had like some sort of weird.
A couple weeks ago, I gave you Chad Mustard.
Yeah.
I remember Scott Player.
Scott Player was one. That was a fun one. Mason Unk. That was the first one. But remember, no Google.
Turn your computer a little bit, so. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, Josh is cheating right now.
Cheating. Cheater. Okay.
No, I'm not the Patriots and I'm not the Astros.
All right. Our random player was born on April 20th, 1989. He is a football player, and he was a tight end.
Kellen Winslow?
No, I'm never going to pick that person. No, this is not Evan Moore. That's not a terrible guess, but not Evan Moore. He was selected by the Cleveland Browns in the 7th round in 2012, but only played for the Browns in 2012. It's not Darrell Walker.
So I almost said Peyton Hillis, but he was running back.
He was a running back. He then went to the St. Louis Rams, then the Houston Texans, then back to the Rams long enough that he was still on them when they moved to Los Angeles. He was on their roster, but he didn't appear in any games for the Rams at any moment in time. He did appear in 2 games for both the Browns and the Texans.
That's his whole career.
That's his career. He was in Madden, as I threw the ball to him a lot because it was funny.
It's not Lawrence. It's Lawrence Vickers.
Lawrence Vickers was a fullback, and trust me, I had a play that I designed, and I called it the Vickers play, because I would always dump it off to Lawrence Vickers and get like 20 yards every single time. Nobody could stop that play, but it's not Lawrence Vickers. All right. Let's go to, he played college at Alabama, where he started at tight end and won 2 titles.
Okay, so he was good.
Kind of. He had 34 catches for 356 yards and 4 touchdowns during his time at Alabama.
This is a tough one.
This is a very tough one. His career NFL statistics are a lot less.
That makes sense.
Are you ready? 1 catch for 3 yards.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
I thought it being like more recent would help with that stat line right there.
That's one outcome stream of preseason.
That might be better.
You got practice stats.
Practice stats. I might have practice stats.
You made it to the NFL, none of us did, so.
I didn't try out for football.
Oh.
Like coaches would come up to me, "Hey kid, you want to play football? You're tall." I'm cool, coach. I play basketball.
Let me know when you guys decide to wave the white flag.
I've waited for 10 minutes.
Waved it, waved it, waved it. The answer is the legend himself, Brad Smelly.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Brad Smelly.
Chad Buster at least has have all those skills.
Brad Smelly.
Brad Smelly.
He was on Madden.
Yeah.
You threw it to him because it said Smelly was the catch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, touchdown, Brad Smelly. Yeah.
What's his?
TD Smelly. I mean, he only had 1 catch for 3
I mean,
yards.
did you not hear the stat line?
I think he might give us some Kwame Brown.
He could do that. I'm still gonna laugh at him.
For saying his name.
He was stinky.
I mean, let's be real here. It's not like I'm going to give you easy ones. If I gave you easy ones, what's the fun in that?
I think the easiest one we got so far was the Earl Boykins one, and that took me a minute.
That one did take me
Yeah.
a minute.
The easiest one for me was Bill Cowher. You still have to.
Let's get real here. Baker Mayfield has better receiving yards, better receiving stats than Brad Smelly. Okay, because he has 1 catch for 6 yards and it was a first down. Where Brad Smelly had 1 catch for 3 yards and it was not a first down.
Okay.
Who threw that to him?
In 2012,
Somebody on the Browns?
for the Brad Smelly?
Yeah.
I'll tell you in a minute. I mean, come on. The legend. The man.
More of a myth.
The man. The myth. The legend.
Brad Smelly.
Brad Smelly.
Yes.
I mean, come on. Okay, let me see.
He's talking about some guy in
He's not-
2K.
Yeah, okay. So this happened on December 23rd, 2012 in a 34-12 loss to the Denver Broncos. Our quarterback that day, Brandon Whedon,
Oh, wow.
or it could have been Colt McCoy, because they both were in.
Oh.
It was either Brandon Whedon or Colt McCoy. I can find the full play-by-play. Hold on, here we go. He caught his pass from Brandon Whedon.
Huh.
Brandon Whedon, Brad Smelly, what a connection for the ages. Okay, so I found an absolutely bonkers trade proposal on Twitter yesterday. Okay, so this came from Rod Beard, who covers the Detroit Pistons for the Detroit News. He said
Okay.
someone emailed this trade proposal to me. It's a lot of trade gymnastics. It's a 4-way trade.
Oh, I think I know what trade you're about to talk about.
Okay, so it has the Rockets getting the 1st overall pick and James Wiseman. It has the Pistons getting the 2nd and 3rd overall pick. It has the Cavs getting the 7th pick, the 14th pick, and Kelly Oubre Jr. It has the Warriors getting Christian Wood and Colin Sexton. I'll read you my exact analysis. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go first on this.
Yeah.
Logic says the Cavs wouldn't do this, but their actions over the last few seasons have shown logic rarely enters the equation.
Yeah, I read that tweet and it just made me laugh, but it's so true. Like, some of the moves the Cavs make, I'm just like, what are you doing?
Only reason I say that I don't want this to happen, I feel like the Cavs are gonna mess up this little draft because I see him post on Instagram. What about this player, Scotty Barnes? I don't want Scotty Barnes. Like, I don't want him.
Yeah.
They posted somebody else. I read the comments. Either get Green or what's the guy's name from?
Jalen Suggs?
Yeah, no, not Jalen Suggs.
Mobley?
I want to say Nibley. I'm sorry. They wanted to get Mobley or Green. I'm like, go for that. I'll take Mobley though.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
want Oubre and then trade down and get somebody that we got like maybe he turns out good.
Personally, I would want Jalen Suggs because I feel like if we hypothetically, let's say we trade Colin Sexton, I feel like that could be a good backcourt pairing of Garland and Suggs.
Yeah.
So,
I would trade Colin too, but not for that.
oh, Iyenga? Or is that how you say his last name?
I gotta hear this. Like,
I would have to look at it. I don't have it pulled up right now. But
You guys know John?
Oh, Kuminga. I think.
Kaminga, that's what it is. When you said Kaminga, I got it. Yeah, Kaminga.
I mean,
Yeah,
it sounded familiar.
Why was I thinking of Christian Iyenga?
But Rod Beard actually responded to my tweet. He said, Cavs are the mark in this proposal. Very obvious. They're the team that everyone just looked at and just getting screwed over. And that's what he said, but they would obviously demand more. I'm like, are you sure about that?
Did you hear about the hypothetical trade that the Cavs and Heat were talking about of, I think it was Colin Sexton and Kevin Love and draft pick to Miami for Tyler Hero, Andre Iguodala, and there was one other player involved in the trade.
So no. I'm going to go no with this one.
Because at that point, that's just, all right, we got Colin and Hero. That's just two people that take a lot of shots. One makes them, the other one kind of disappears this year. Then we got an old Iguodala for an older Kevin Love. I don't know who's older in this situation. Isn't it Iguodala?
I think it's Iguodala.
All right. Yeah, don't want to do that.
The Heat's perspective, they want to do that trade.
No.
Do you know who I saw who's making a hard push for Kevin Love, either through trade or in the buyout market?
Nets.
Nets is apparently where he wants to go, but apparently the Warriors are interested in him again.
I mean,
Because before we landed him, the Warriors were thinking about trading Klay Thompson to the Timberwolves for Kevin Love.
That would have been bad.
ironically, can we get back our first overall pick?
No, nobody wants Andrew Wiggins but you.
That is true.
Yeah, sure, that is.
If Chirk had his way, the starting lineup for the Cleveland Cavaliers would be at point guard Ben Simmons, at shooting guard Andrew Wiggins. You, for some reason, would have Chetty Osman as your starting small forward. Yes, you would.
Yes.
I know you. At power forward, they would have somehow they swung a trade with Phoenix to get Mikal Bridges, and at center you would have I don't know you.
Oh God,
I mean, spot the line.
I don't see one.
I don't see one.
For real, I think, I don't know, first, if they were realistically trading some of the Warriors, you take Wiggins.
Oh, that is not good.
What was it?
He said Wiggins and Oubre for Kevin Love. And yes,
I'd take it. I don't want
I
it.
don't want it, but I take it. That's a trade you accept.
So quick news. We mentioned Dario Saric earlier.
Yeah.
He's out for the remainder of the season, torn ACL.
But is he really that important to the Suns? Yeah.
That's a little pebble. Just
Smart, played for like the Atlanta Hawks.
I'm surprised you didn't say why not Cleveland.
Yeah, because you are the definition of a Cleveland homeboy.
You know who he is? He is John Gruden. He wants what he doesn't have.
yes.
You want what you don't have, and once you get it, you hate it.
Yep.
I love it, I'm grateful.
Because what's going to happen? Let's pretend the Cavs actually went out and they went and got Ben Simmons. He comes here, he still can't shoot. But why did we trade for Ben Simmons? He can't shoot. I hate him.
And he'll be talking about that on one of his stations.
Yep.
Got to the playoffs.
Who?
We're not getting to the playoffs with just
Uh,
Ben Simmons.
The Cavs aren't getting in the playoffs for like at least the next 2 years. They are bad.
I just want them to be not even like a championship contender because they're way far from that. But can the Cavs at least be somewhat competitive again?
So what I've mistakenly did the previous 2 years and didn't do this year because I learned my lesson was I thought they'd be one of those teams that are bad but fun. They were just bad.
No, they team.
There was a couple games that were good, like the first game against the Nets. I was at work. Me and my coworker, we're not doing nothing. We're supposed to be locking up.
Yeah.
Just watching the game.
Yeah.
That was fun.
First 2 months of Cavs, I had.
There were stretches throughout this season where I'm like, oh, maybe
They
get
need to literally, I don't want to say blow it up, but
Blow it up.
blow it up.
Garland, Okoro, and Allen. And
Those are my top three to stay.
I'm iffy on Allen. Depends on how much money he wants. He's a big man who can't shoot.
he wants to be back. He's willing to be back.
No, he's not.
Who would he back up?
Why do you think they got rid of Andre Drummond? It wasn't because just to throw him on the scrap heap. It was so Jared Allen could start.
Yeah, get rid of every other center after that.
Yeah.
He's like a Clint Capella. I think
No.
I'll take that.
More of a Gobert, but not there yet.
That's great. Okay, you have a younger Tristan Thompson. That's what you have.
No.
I don't like Tristan, so I'm gonna say yeah, but hey.
I'm just saying. I mean, that's what he is. He's a guy who's limited offensively. He's better on defense and rebounds.
Yeah.
That's Tristan Thompson.
What?
Why?
Are you losing your touch over there?
Okay, let's be real here. If the Cavs had Valanciunas and not Tristan Thompson, we're about to head to a break in a second here. But if they had Valanciunas and not Tristan Thompson in 2016, okay, they would not have won the title.
Absolutely not.
There's a reason why the Raptors got rid of Valanciunas and ended up winning a title against that same Warriors team. Okay, it's because Valanciunas does not translate.
And
What's
plus,
the numbers? It's just
with Tristan Thompson,
It's empty numbers.
with Tristan Thompson, him and Kevin Love were willing to switch out onto the Warriors guards and create matchup problems. Valanciunas wouldn't have been able to do that.
Valanciunas would have just been like a different version of Timothy Mozgov. Okay, a giant slug. Slug. Drop D-line. Slug. But
Why did we trade for Mozgov again?
we needed a center.
you needed something to just stand there. and just-
Yeah.
Varejao was always injured, but we're gonna head to a break right now, and when we come back, we're talking some football, including Alabama quarterbacks and the team that's gonna be on Hard Knocks here on So What's the Catch.
I didn't think
Nobody got my slug reference.
No, I did.
I didn't know it.
Oh, I kept
did.
saying slug, John D-line, slug.
Yep.
Oh,
I
got it.
board so we can use the bathroom. You got it?
Yeah. Wait, what?
mm.
Yeah, it's.
All right.
It's on our page. Oh, okay.
I have time I should going on. Is that right?
Oh, you want me to come back and do the host duties? Okay.
I'll be back in time.
This is called the. This is one of the more chaotic episodes. Chaos in a good way, though. Ugh. The week of the trilogy fight, I'll make sure Wilder Fury is on there.
Okay.
You won't even have to ask me about that. I'm not excited about the upcoming pay-per-views after 264 though. 265, like
What's after this? Like, what's the main event?
265 is gonna be for the interim heavyweight title. Ngannou isn't ready.
I just saw earlier, Stipe faces the winner of Ngannou versus the challenger. So whoever wins the interim
Mm.
faces Ngannou, and winner of that faces Stipe.
Okay.
That's only good, because I thought if they might
Did one
retire.
more.
Stephen's a Hall of Famer already.
Yeah, I just thought he might retire after that.
Who?
Boss.
Who?
Stipe.
Oh.
I just saw that he fights the winner of the Ngannou versus the Challenger. And he's not done.
I'm saying, is this a Barack Obama commercial?
No, Obama. All right. Oh, so we're coming back with the Alabama thing.
Yeah.
I would like to see DeMar to the Lakers.
Huh?
I would like to see DeMar to the Lakers.
Lamar.
DeMar.
DeMar DeRozan.
Oh, DeMar. I don't know why I thought you said Lamar. It sounded like you said Lamar at first. Sorry. But you're good.
Only if they can't get like Bill or whoever else.
I still think your theory about Bradley Beal is on.
It might happen.
So there are 3 Alabama quarterbacks that are starting, might start, who knows. We have Jalen Hurts, Mac Jones, and Tua. In your opinion, which former Alabama quarterback is in the best position to succeed?
In the
This
NFL?
season.
Oh.
So we got Jalen Hurts in Philly.
Mhm.
You know, new coach, Doug Peterson's gone. We got Nick Sirianni, he's in. Mac Jones is up in New England, but he might not start because they still got Cam Newton.
Yeah.
And Tua's down in Miami, and Tua's been kind of iffy
You're right.
with his performance.
I'm going to Jalen.
You're going Jalen Hurts.
I'm going to Jalen Hurts.
Okay, Chirk. What about you? Hurts.
I'm actually going to say Tua. I like what Miami did. He's with the same coach. He's developing that chemistry with Brian Flores. They're keeping the same offense.
Let me look at the Dolphins roster before I make my decision, okay? Because I can't make it without being informed.
What was the other guy's name? One that's in New England.
Mac Jones.
I want to say him, but I don't know how they're going to use Cam. Like, is he going to be like a mentor-ish, like off the bench and he starts, or is he starting and he's just watching Cam?
Who knows? But you know what? I'm going to they got Jalen Waddle. They have Will Fuller. There's weapons on offense there. I believe that he will be able to do something and be able in the best position to succeed. I mean, the Dolphins were a good team last year.
Mhm.
So
10-6.
Who Philly got?
who's Philly got?
Mhm.
A whole lot of nothing.
Miles Sanders. Yeah, he's pretty good. Former Penn State Nittany Lion. But
Zach Ertz for the time being, Devontae Smith, Jalen Reagor, Kerryon Johnson.
so, I mean, Devontae Smith won the Heisman, but I don't know. What about defense?
The Eagles don't have a good defense.
So,
Okay, and
and who
the
else?
Browns had Myles Garrett last year, and they were terrible on defense. And Myles Garrett's better than Fletcher Cox.
Okay. Anyway, so I thought about saying Jalen Hurts, but as we just explained, the Eagles don't really have anything around him.
Mhm.
And I feel like it's the receivers that make the quarterback.
It depends on the quarterback, depends on the system. But if I had to say who has the better weapons, who has the better chance of being successful, I mean, Jalen Hurts really didn't look that good last year either. I'd say Tua looked better, but only slightly, and he really didn't look good either. Like, they just had a really good defense.
Yeah.
I don't want to change my answer. I'm not going to say Tua. I keep forgetting the other guy's name. Cam.
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to say him just because the coaching around him,
Mhm.
the system he's in.
Yeah.
He might do something. I don't know how they're going to use him, but
Okay. I just gotta stop you. Did you really just call him Macaroni Jones?
That's a terrible nickname.
didn't they say Cam gave him that?
That's horrible. That's awful.
Oh
I'm not
my
calling him that.
I refuse.
No.
I'm not calling him
But
that.
speaking of quarterbacks, so we have Baker Mayfield, Big Ben, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow. Who's of those four quarterbacks going from 4-1? Who's under the least amount of pressure and who's under the most amount of pressure?
So least is 4, most is 1.
Yes.
Least is Ben Roethlisberger.
Okay.
He's already had a long career. He doesn't have to prove himself. He's already been paid. He's already on what should be, on paper, a good Steelers team.
Yeah.
Whether they are or not, that's a different story.
I would say that mostly falls on his teammates, like Juju and them. If they perform.
3, probably Lamar Jackson.
I would say that.
I would disagree.
He has an MVP. He's going to get a big payday. There's no pressure. Sure, there's not no pressure. There's just less pressure than the other two guys. Okay, because he's going to get paid. It doesn't matter what he does this year, but he's going to get paid a lot. Yeah, he has issues with throwing the ball, but the reason why the Ravens are successful is not because of his arms, because of his legs. So Lamar Jackson, number 3, in my opinion.
Okay.
And 2, you said, was Joe Burrow and
You also have, you're saying Joe Burrow's number 2?
no, who was the other 2 you said?
Joe Burrow and
Yeah,
Baker
I
Mayfield.
said Joe Burrow is 2.
So
Joe
you're
Burrow
saying,
is 2.
so you're saying Baker Mayfield's 1?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Did you guys see what we did this offseason? We've been talking about it for the past weeks.
Okay, fair.
Most pressure's on Baker Mayfield because you know why? We still don't know exactly what he is.
Mm.
We have a good idea, but there's too many levels of variance in his play. He has some really great games, but he also has some really bad games.
Some
He
days,
still makes some decisions that are like, what are you doing?
sometimes he looks like he woke up dangerous. Sometimes he looks like he just stay asleep. I don't know.
What's your list? Speak in the microphone. Now I can.
Now we can.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
Hello,
you
hi. Domino's Pizza? Yes.
Correct.
I had Roethlisberger, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Baker Mayfield.
Okay, at number 4, I got Mark Jackson.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
At number 3, I got Baker.
Are you kidding?
Okay.
Number 2 is Burrow and then Roethlisberger.
Why? How was Ben Roethlisberger under the most pressure? He's got 2 Super Bowls.
He's a sure.
He has pressure on just like just being on the
How?
There's no pressure on him at all.
So I was slightly.
What? They already won 2.
They already have 2. Although one of those was the rigged Super Bowl 40.
Okay, what's your list?
So it's slightly different from yours. Not too far off. I have Big Ben 4, so we agree there.
Mhm.
Joe Burrow 3,
Okay.
Baker 2, and Lamar 1.
Why is Lamar 1? That makes no sense. Hey, you have no room to talk. You have no room to talk in there, okay? Well, why? Why is Lamar 1?
Part of it is because of what you said, his inconsistency with throwing the ball.
Mhm.
And they're very run dependent. But think about it. He did not win Rookie of the Year, I don't think.
Saquon Barkley did.
Okay, but he still has won an MVP.
Correct.
So, and he's trying to get paid.
Mhm.
Plus, he's never beaten Patrick Mahomes.
Okay. Neither is Baker.
Yeah, but Lamar's been in bigger games against Mahomes overall.
AFC divisional round.
Or I should say, correction, Lamar's been in more games against Mahomes.
Okay.
Not necessarily bigger. And Lamar's been to the playoffs more, so
Mhm.
there's more of a pressure on him to win and get the Ravens to where they want to go. So this is because Baker's been so inconsistent,
Mhm.
whereas Lamar's kind of shown what he can do for the most part anyway. I feel like that means more pressures on Lamar.
So here's where I'm going to push back on you. Because Baker has been so inconsistent, because there's the wild highs and the wild lows, he's someone who's looking to get a new contract. Okay, we all can agree Lamar Jackson's going to get paid this offseason. He's going to get paid a lot of money. Okay, Baker Mayfield, that number is going to vary depending on what he does this season. If he has a good or even great season, he's going to get paid a lot of money and probably more than he should. But if he has a bad season, the Browns aren't going to offer him a big deal. They're going to offer him something small. So that's why the pressure is most on him, not only because of what he has to do on the field, but because of the impact of his future payday. Nobody else has that.
That's fair. I don't think like anybody's so.
When did Burrow go out? What game?
He was, he played like 6 games, I think. He didn't play much.
I can see like he either 2 or 3 for me. Like he's switchable with Lamar.
Well, he played 10 games.
What was it in the record for him?
I still have.
He was 2-7-1 as a rookie on a bad Bengals team, had a 13-5 TD interception ratio, completed 65% of his passes.
I
He's
did-
number 2 for me.
I did have Baker too,
Mhm.
but
Your
His
list is
makes no
nuts.
sense. I just want to point
Your
that
list
out.
is nuts.
yeah, I'm just saying like Lamar's been to the playoffs consistently. Ravens have been at the top of the division, so for me,
But that's why Lamar's not under pressure. He's been in the playoffs multiple times. Baker needs to prove that last year wasn't a fluke because we've seen a fluke half season before.
yeah, that's
Okay? We've seen it before. It's very, very possible that could happen again. I'm not saying it's going to, I'm just saying it exists.
right. I don't disagree with you necessarily.
But you're going to right now.
No, I'm gonna,
He was about to, he said that.
no, I do agree that Baker has been inconsistent, and he needs to prove that last season wasn't a fluke.
Yeah, he needs to. That's why he's got pressure. More pressure than everyone else.
I thought he was.
Is he with Progressive?
I thought he was with.
I thought it was a Hulu.
He's got Hulu, but he also has Progressive.
He was with some insurance company.
I thought it was State Farm. I don't know. I don't pay attention to commercials like that all the time.
He should.
I tuned them out. I really did.
If it's not a movie trailer, I'm not watching it.
Honestly, I didn't like that.
Progressive. It's Progressive.
Honestly, I didn't like that Baker was put in these commercials right away, like coming right out of college. I'm like, no, he has to like show that he belongs in the NFL.
They waited a year. Okay, they at least were better than what Snickers did with Johnny Manziel and made him Johnny Jam Boogie. Okay, they at least waited a year. Who remembers that? Oh yeah. You're not when you were and you're hungry. He's Johnny Jam Boogie. Eats the Snickers and he's Johnny Manziel again.
So,
How about the Brady Quinn Subway commercial?
yep,
Yeah, Brady Quinn was in a Subway commercial. He was in a national commercial. I saw it when I lived in Michigan. Okay, it was right after he got drafted. Never played it down, and he was like, they had like this giant parade, and Brady Quinn was on this float, and he's like, they had like something said about Sundays, like, hey, I'm busy on Sundays. Turns out he wasn't, because his career's over, and he really wasn't that good. But we need to head into a break. We come back, we're going to talk a little bit of baseball.
oh, we'll touch on the Cowboys being done. Hard knocks.
Yeah. But Chirk, your list was nuts.
My list actually somewhat made sense.
Your list was crazy.
Third on the list.
Who?
Chirk!
Baker's he's got the most, man.
What?
One guy's not up for a contract, the other one's going to get a massive deal, and the other one's made a ton of money.
Just from that good season, he might make it a contract.
He had half a good season, and he wasn't the reason why they had a good season.
Ugh. I said it once and I'll say it again. I love having these debates with you. It's fun. Oh, the Euro Cup final is on Sunday. Forgot about that.
Oh, this seat broke. Okay.
Huh?
This seat is broke.
I feel like the mic volume has been higher than usual today. I have no idea. Didn't we talk about the idea of doing like an NBA Finals special or something?
At some point, yeah. We are entering hour 2 of So What's the Catch here on All Sports Cleveland, and we're going to kick it off like we usually do, and that's with some baseball talk. And we had a little Yadier Molina update, didn't we?
Yeah. The Cardinals were in Colorado over the 4th of July weekend, and Molina hit a home run at Coors Field, meaning he has now hit a home run at every active National League ballpark. That's a pretty cool feat.
That's pretty impressive.
First ballot Hall of Famer?
No, I don't know about that. No,
I
we're not talking about Paul George again.
But do you think he is a Hall of Famer?
He's
though?
fringe.
Really?
I think he's a really good catcher, especially defensively. But the fact of the matter is, I don't think his actual numbers are going to match up and get him there. He'll probably, if he doesn't, maybe he gets in, and if he doesn't get in, he'll get in by the Veterans Committee for sure. But man, catchers have a hard time getting in unless they're like one of the all-time greats.
Yeah.
I don't know if he is.
What about
Buster Posey has the same problem.
And what about Salvador Perez? Same thing?
So, yeah, absolutely. Especially since Salvador Perez has missed so much time due to injury. That's the same problem Buster Posey has. But sure, yeah, Buster Posey's got a couple World Series rings. He's the best catcher, one of the best catchers of this generation. But his numbers don't add up. You got to look at him. I mean, there's a reason that Omar Vizquel is not in the Hall of Fame. Okay, even though he has some good numbers, he's viewed as a compiler, and he wasn't necessarily a great offensive threat. So
Yeah.
you look at catchers, usually they're not great offensive threats, and the ones that are get moved to first base.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
So he's that fringe type of guy that's they're gonna have the conversations about. I think he gets in at some point, but definitely not first, second, or third. Absolutely not.
See, I agree that he's not getting in on first, but I can see maybe second or third.
I don't see it happening then. I don't. I really don't. I mean, you look at some guys that are surefire Hall of Famers that are having such a hard time getting in. I mean, one of the problems for what's his name? Pitch for that Diamondbacks and the Red Sox.
Kurt Schilling?
Yeah, that one is because he's a total jerk online,
Right.
and so that's kept him out of the Hall of Fame. Okay, even though his stats and numbers say he's a Hall of Famer,
Right.
but because he was such a jerk, no one's voting for him.
I feel like that's part of the problem with like Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens, but their problem is PEDs.
We're not talking about football, jerk.
We're
But I've said it before. I'll say it again. Barry Bonds is a Hall of Famer.
For me, he was a Hall of Famer
Still is.
before the PEDs.
No, Mark McGuire's not. He's not up numbers.
Was that baseball?
Baseball.
Okay.
Yes,
Making sure.
Yeah, but Barry Bonds, Hall of Famer.
before PEDs, yes. After PEDs, no.
Here's the thing. They've never proven that he's done. We can all assume, I think we can all agree that it's probably a very good chance Barry Bonds used steroids or some sort of performance-enhancing drug. However, he's never been caught or never been proven to have violated the rules.
Only cheating when you get caught.
There's that. And I've also said this to you before. I don't think I first said it to these two. It doesn't matter how many steroids you take, if you still have terrible hand-eye coordination and can't make contact with the ball, it doesn't matter. He had incredible hand-eye coordination.
That's true.
Okay. When you get walked with the bases loaded, your team is down 2 because they would rather not pitch to you and pitch the guy behind you. That is a Hall of Famer.
Agree to disagree on this one.
I'm going to agree with
Yes.
He's already
He's already in it.
Church, Randy.
From short, is Babe Ruth a Hall of Famer? Yes, he's in the Hall of Fame.
He went into the Hall of Fame as an Arizona Diamondback. True.
But
that.
anyways, some more baseball thing. Bryce Harper hit his first non-solo home run of the year. He hit a 2-run home run. Up to this point, he only hit solo home runs, which is kind of strange.
Yeah, that just sounds weird that he only hits home runs.
They're only solo shots. It doesn't seem possible that we're into July and he hit his first multi-run homer.
Exactly.
Real quick, that's like when you got
With someone on base.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make
A
sure.
solo home runs when the bases are empty.
Yeah.
All right. That's just selfish.
People weren't getting on base when they were. He wasn't hitting homers. But he finally hit one. So, applause to Bryce Harper.
Yay.
Oh, you got some baseball.
So, yesterday the All-Star.
Who? Jesus.
It would have been good, but then you ruined it with Justin Bieber. Thank you.
Yeah, Shane Bieber made it. He will not be appearing in the All-Star game. Jose Ramirez also made it. He has a reserve. He's not a starter. Speaking of the All-Star game, we had some history. Shohei Ohtani, both as a pitcher and a hitter into the All-Star game.
I've been trying to watch baseball. I've been trying to watch him a lot.
Oh,
I
he's
just keep seeing his name every time I get on.
he's incredible.
He's amazing.
Pitcher and
Yeah,
outfield, isn't it?
I thought he was pitcher and designated hitter.
Is it DH? I thought they had him in the field. I don't know.
You might be right.
I think he might be DH. I don't know.
You're the baseball.
I'm pretty sure that he's been in the outfield a couple times. I'll look it up to verify.
You're the baseball expert, so I'll defer to you on this one.
But he's in as both a hitter and a pitcher. That has not happened in a very long time. He has been he's been in the outfield 5 times this year.
Okay, so you were right.
But he's mostly been at DH as a hitter. He's been at DH 65 times. But
I forgot about those 5 times he was in the outfield.
but absolutely incredible. I saw a clip of Shohei Ohtani the other day. He hit a home run through a roof in Japan when he was still in Japan.
Oh,
Yeah, so they have like domes and he hit one through it.
Oh, wow.
how tall is he? He looks tall on the videos and stuff.
He does, you're right.
He looks like he's about 6'5" or something.
But,
He is 6'4", you're close.
Oh, he's only an inch taller than me.
but speaking of Shane Bieber and Jose Ramirez, Indians should just, I don't know. Last I checked, they were losing like 7-1.
Well, they lost the first game of their doubleheader 8-1, but they need to pack it in. They're done. Let's be real here.
Yeah, they're done.
They lost 8-1. The second game just started.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a doubleheader today against the Rays. But looking at the standings, they are 7 games back at the Chicago White Sox right now, and as far as the wild card goes, they are 5 games back.
Who are the top 2 wild card teams right now?
Tampa Bay, who they lost to, and the Oakland Athletics.
This is for the playoff.
Yeah.
What happened to us? We're so good a few years.
We got hit with a ton of injuries this year, honestly. So their entire pitching staff, starting rotation from the opening day, injured list. Josh Naylor out for the year. Eddie Rosario just landed on the injured list. We were without Franmil Reyes for a time. We were without Roberto Perez and Austin Hedges for a time. We were without Jose Maria just a couple games, but he's back. It's not good. We had the Jake Bowers Yu Chang experiment at first base. That was a failure.
Just a year injury.
Yeah, Jordan Luplow also hurt. So, I mean, there's only a couple guys that they have that are trade worthy, but they should trade them. Eddie Rosario, if he wasn't hurt, would be someone to trade. Cesar Hernandez, somebody to trade. Blake Parker, trade. Yep. Nick Whitgren,
Trade.
Yep. Nick Whitgren, trade. Shane Bieber's not, but you know who they should trade? And this is controversial. No. James Karinchak.
Huh.
They should trade him now.
I actually get.
His value is never going to be higher. Teams are looking for high-powered relief arms. Trade him.
I was just gonna say it. I had to think about your reasoning for a second, but now that I've heard it, makes complete and total sense.
Think about the Yankees in 2016. They traded away both Aroldis Chapman and Andrew Miller, two of the best relievers in baseball at the time. That replenished their team.
Exactly.
They got Gleyber Torres. They got Clint Frazier, who's man now, but then they were able to use that to some other guys. So some like Justice Sheffield, they shipped to Seattle, and they ended up getting what's his name, James Paxton for a minute. So they were able to make some moves there. So that's what the Indians should try and do that.
The Rays are kind of doing the same thing. Like, hey, we want your prospects. Okay.
I mean, yeah, kind of. I mean, they traded away Blake Snell. They traded.
Glass now.
They still have Glass now, but they're not afraid to make trades, and that's the reason why the Rays are still a good team. The Indians need to realize where they are and where they're going, and their offense is terrible. I mean, they have a negative 24 run differential. They've lost 8 straight games.
It's about to be 9.
It's going to be 9, but they have one of the. They're actually decent runs allowed because of their pitching, but as far as run scoring goes, they are only at 5 more than last place in the American League.
I think J.C. Mejia, who was the starting pitcher for the Indians today, only went 2 2/3 of an inning.
I mean, their pitching staff just kind of thrown together, and it's, hey, let's hope it works, and a lot of times it doesn't.
No.
When you're without Shane Bieber, Zach Plesac, Aaron Savali, and Tristan McKenzie has not lived up to expectations, and you're all counting on all 4 of those guys to log significant innings, you're going to run into problems. Okay. So, honestly, pack it in, sell what they can, reset things for next year.
Maybe even move the team.
That's what we need to do to get better.
They're going to be gone 2 years anyway, so.
Yes.
I'm talking about the Cubs. We've had this conversation before, sure.
We talk about this on like every show.
We talked about this like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
He has gone over his theory multiple times. I can.
Yeah, you remember now? Okay, good. Because instead of having a nice little refresher, we need to head to a commercial. And when we come back, we're talking some combat sports, including UFC 264.
I'll go remind him of it.
I would say we could trade Charles, but his value is not that high.
We'll have to tack on somebody of value
Yeah.
to move them.
Then they are not announce a new team name, and they haven't reviewed
Let's trade him in a copy machine.
There you go.
Do remember your name.
Now you're lovers.
They still won't stay though.
You're on the trading block, Charles.
You are on the trading block.
I get a couple second rounds for him.
Who are we trading for?
I don't know.
Okay.
We do not like in the mediocre.
Are we just going to focus on the main event of McGregor against Poirier in this segment?
We're trading for a new computer for that studio, so extra
Yeah.
streams.
And the camera.
Yes. What? My machine's not good enough?
No, I'm just trying to be like, put right here.
There's a camera right there, but
a better camera right here.
Okay.
And then we can get him in, the camera right there, we can get him in there too.
Yes.
Something like that.
Do you want to just wait? So yes, you do want to just focus on Poirier and McGregor, or do you want to talk about Gilbert Burns and Stephen Thompson and all?
I'll touch on that one.
Okay. I'm gonna probably buy the pay-per-view today because I don't want to get run into the same situation as 257.
Actually, yeah, we could talk about Gilbert Burns and Stephen Thompson. I'll probably touch on O'Malley's just a little bit, but not too much.
I forgot Sugar Sean is on this card.
Yeah, it goes bantamweight, one bantamweight, and then heavyweight.
All right, we are back here. So what's the catch? And we're talking combat sports, mainly UFC 264, and I will yield the floor to you two.
Okay. To start the main card, Shane O'Malley, Sugar Shane O'Malley, versus Chris. I do not want to butcher that name. It's like Mountain Ho.
Oh.
This is like his debut in the UFC.
Yeah, so I'm
He's 9-4. I think that's just gonna be Sugar Shane just walking over him.
yeah, Sugar Sean's just gonna run all over him.
Yeah. So then,
Yes.
who you got in that women's bantamweight?
Oh, I think it's Kunitz guy against
Irene.
Aldana.
Don't know too much about him. I'm gonna go with
I know Kunitz guy is a former title challenger against Cyborg.
I'll go with her.
Yeah.
For that heavyweight matchup, I'm gonna go Ty.
Yeah, I would go with Ty because Greg Hardy doesn't have that much experience.
And he gasses out.
I'm sorry, you said Greg Hardy?
Uh-huh.
The former football player?
Yes. Yes, Greg Hardy is now in the UFC.
Oh, I know that. I just was not expecting to hear that name today.
He is 7-3-0 in the UFC.
He's actually won?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen him in a little controversy where one time he had a inhaler in the middle of the fight.
Is that allowed?
No,
Oh,
Not allowed.
he just did it anyways?
he was gassed. He needed air.
Wow.
Against the, what do you say?
Because he's drawing viewers, he's giving them money. Why do you think NFL teams signed him? Why do you think the Cowboys signed him?
Which, by the way, the Cowboys are going to be on Hard Knocks.
But anyways, back to your...
We got the co-main, Gilbert Burns or Stephen Thompson. I'm going to go Wonder Boy on this one.
Yeah, I don't think Gilbert Burns has fully recovered from his title fight against Kamaru Usman yet.
Yeah.
Who's Wonder Boy?
Stephen Wonder Boy Thompson.
Okay, thank you.
But now we get to the main event, which
He's
you
38.
might like.
He's 38.
Okay.
Conor McGregor's in the main event, and you've had some thoughts about McGregor.
I think McGregor's a clown.
I saw on Twitter that he took a screenshot of Dustin's wife's Instagram as if he was going to DM her and just start drama there for like the week of the fight. It was so funny. 'Cause, like, he does that. Well, he used to do that a lot. Now he's not more.
Calm.
Yeah, I don't like it. I need drama McGregor to.
So here's the weird thing with this. Is leading up to their second fight at 257, McGregor was saying, was saying to Poirier, like, yeah, I'll donate to your charity and all that. It never happened.
Yeah.
So, yes, he threw a dolly at a bus.
Okay, so here's a question for you. As it stands today, how is Conor McGregor more relevant? As a fighter or as a whiskey salesman?
I'm going to say whiskey salesman because he's not that active in the octagon anymore.
I would say he's more known for what he does outside of combat.
Okay, so whiskey salesman.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, and
You ever had proper number 12?
No.
I haven't either, because I hate the commercials.
I
You have a bad commercial, I won't buy it.
I wanted to watch UFC 257 when McGregor and Poirier had their rematch, but ESPN Plus wasn't working that night, so.
You know who else got it? The illegal streams I use. And my name is Charles Murray. For anybody else?
But
Also known as Chirk Berserk.
I don't. Do you think this fight's gonna go to the ground at all?
Yeah.
You think McGregor or Poirier's gonna try and take McGregor down?
I feel like he's gonna try like an attempt. McGregor might counter it or might just get back up to the feet, but it's gonna happen at some point.
See,
I don't see it ending in knockout.
that's how their first two fights have ended, though.
I see it, but I feel like it goes like to the later round.
I would love to see these two go the full 25 minutes.
It should be interesting. But I don't know who I want. I just want to see a good fight.
Yeah,
I like both of them.
I feel like I kind of want Poirier because he's more humble. He's like came up from Lafayette. He has a whole foundation. Seems like a good guy, so I think I want Poirier. For me at least, I want McGregor in the fight against Mayweather. I will admit that because I'm much more of a UFC fan than I am a boxing fan.
I wanted Conor McGregor to lose. I'm glad he lost that fight.
Why do you say that?
I don't like Conor McGregor at all. I know Floyd Mayweather's not a great human. Okay, I understand that. But Conor McGregor annoys me. I feel he was too cocky, way too overconfident. It was just, I don't know. It may have just been like the Conor superfans that really drove me nuts more than actually Conor to begin with.
That's probably what it is.
And I was just like, I'm like, they're like, oh, he's gonna knock him up. Like, you know that Floyd Mayweather's never lost. There's a reason. He's a professional. He's been doing this
Right.
for 30 years.
Mhm.
I wouldn't say I'm a Conor super fan by any means. I just really wanted him to win because I'm a UFC fan more than anything.
I just like Conor just because he talks crap and he was backing it up for a while.
What you got over there, Chirk?
Come on.
Some trivia I'm about to ask them. Does anybody know Floyd Mayweather's nickname before?
Pretty boy.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty boy.
AJ, background, please.
Well, I box. I watched a lot of boxing when I was younger. And they was calling him Pretty Boy Floyd. So that's how I know.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add to that, Church? Like, do you know? I'll give you one to sit on. Do you know his uncle's nickname? Do you know his uncle's nickname? Yeah, Floyd Mayweather's uncle's nickname. He boxed. He was professional. Do you know his nickname?
I do not.
It's something you should like already heard before, just in boxing.
Hmm.
I'll let you sit while me and Josh.
But the interesting thing about this is, Poirier knocks out McGregor,
Mhm.
and McGregor immediately wants the trilogy, right? McGregor defeated Diaz to tie their series up 1-1. We still haven't seen that trilogy fight.
I think he thinks he loses that fight. If it goes to the ground against Diaz, he's losing.
So you think McGregor's a little bit afraid of Diaz then?
Yeah. I feel like he respects Diaz, but he's just scared of him. I would have made that trilogy fight before I made the Dustin one.
Really?
Yes. That's what people want to really see. Like, I want to see this, but I want to see him versus Diaz again.
Yeah. I kind of want to see the two of them at lightweight, though.
Yeah.
Because the first two have been at welterweight. I guess that's Nate's proper weight class. He fluctuates.
Because Dustin's a big lightweight.
He is. You're right.
He walks around like outside of fighting, he's at like 180.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is he a lightweight then? That really makes no sense.
I guess if he feels good there, he just stays there.
Yeah.
So, is Floyd's uncle's nickname a common boxing nickname?
Not really, but I feel like he's heard it before in basketball, so I thought he would get it.
Oh, basketball. Okay. All right.
Did you Google it?
No.
Okay.
I was trying to play along too.
You got it?
You got it over there.
I could just told you.
Yeah, he can just tell you.
It's the Black Mamba.
Ah. Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, but Alton, I like Conor. He got that Ric Flair type swag.
Yeah.
In UFC. Like everybody tries to emulate Ric Flair. Well, try to emulate Conor now. Just brash and flashy in your face.
Yeah, I get it.
That's why I like Conor.
Yeah. Conor could be a little bit too cocky for my liking at times. He's toned that back recently. I think because he got humbled in the Khabib fight so much. But I think I'm gonna go with Poirier in this fight by decision though.
I can't call it right now. I'll probably make my decision like fight day.
I might flip. I mean, I'm saying Poirier right now, but I might have to flip a coin.
Yeah, same. This is gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
This is a good trilogy. I'm waiting to see.
What'd you say?
Wait.
Talk in the mic.
Coin flips back and back.
He wants the coin flip back and Madden. Well, we're talking Madden. Thank you for the sidetrack jerk.
I wonder what's going on there.
I don't know.
One diversion after another. The Shirk Berserk experience.
We were talking about baseball. He went to football.
Talking about fighting, more football. But we actually got to head to a break here. No, we're going to do a break right now.
Yeah, we got a commercial break.
Nope, the viewers are tired right now. Let's go.
Let's head to the commercial.
We'll be back.
Oh, so we got hockey stuff coming back.
Yep.
I'll just run through it super quick.
I was just about to ask about the Golden.
They're out. And clearly Jeremy's not coming back. What an interesting episode to come back from vacation for.
Huh?
What an interesting return to the show I've had after being off for a week.
We only did an hour last week, so I need to get back so we can go camping.
Mm.
James, Mr. Mary. What?
Nothing.
Oh.
No. Yeah, it should be a good play on Saturday. I wanted to have all my buddies over, but one of them is in North Carolina, so, and the other one, not sure if he's gonna come or not, but the other buddies are.
I think this is like the quickest turnaround for like a trilogy rematch type.
Yeah,
I feel like this fight happened last month for some reason.
something like that. Yeah, I love my ESPN account though. ESPN Plus. I use it for UFC pay-per-views, but I like watch 30 for 30s on there. It's great. Plus, I get Disney Plus with it. Welcome back to So What's the Catch here on All Sports Cleveland, and we are getting into hockey now. So the Montreal Canadiens are not going to be swept in the Stanley Cup Final as they defeated the Tampa Bay Lightning 3-2 in overtime in Game 4, meaning Game 5 is tonight from Amalie Arena. So there are a couple things at stake here. Number one, the Lightning can join the 2016 and 2017 Pittsburgh Penguins as repeat Stanley Cup champions. Number two, my beard might be coming off because I've been growing this thing since the beginning of the Stanley Cup playoffs, and I am not shaving until a Stanley Cup champion is crowned.
Let's hope someone wins.
Thanks. Appreciate
Hey,
it.
I know I can't grow a beard either.
Okay.
I barely have facial hair.
I've seen your beard on your Instagram. Yes, you can grow a beard.
And in sad news, Monsters and Blue Jackets goaltender Matthias Kivlenieks passed away in a fireworks accident over the weekend. Yep, 24 years old. And finally, you remember the Seattle Kraken, right? I showed you their logo. You didn't like it?
Yeah.
Their expansion draft is taking place on Wednesday, on the 21st. Vegas is exempt from that because they haven't been in the league long enough.
Okay. How is that? How's that going to work? Is it like, from what I know, from an expansion draft, you pick from like the undesirables from everybody else's team?
Yeah,
Pretty much. Each
Pretty
team
much.
gets to protect a certain amount of players, and you get to pick from there. And, you know, we have pretty good experience with that here in Cleveland as we had an expansion draft for the Browns, and woohoo, Jim Vine.
So yeah.
Okay.
So that's it for hockey.
And they'll start playing next season?
Yeah.
Kraken?
Yes.
All right. I will probably not watch the Kraken, but
But the NHL is going to be on ESPN and Turner Sports next year. It will no longer be on NBC or NBCSN.
It'll be a little bit more available for
Yes.
more people.
Yes.
Because not everyone had NBCSN, which made ratings for hockey even worse than they were beforehand.
Hockey's one of my favorite sports.
see,
Oh, well, what are your favorite ones? Let's get into this. Okay.
let's go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hockey,
Yeah.
UFC, football, basketball, baseball.
Okay, so what's excluded here?
That was on every sport.
Oh, we're excluding cricket,
Swimming?
What?
slam ball excluded.
Oh, spike ball?
It was slam ball.
I've heard it's spike ball.
No, slam ball was they played basketball, but there were trampolines you could dunk from 3-point line.
Oh, never played it.
Yeah, I didn't either.
NASCAR? You
Okay.
like that?
I follow it, yeah.
Okay.
I follow IndyCar.
Soccer.
I'm following Euro right now.
Okay.
Swimming?
Curling.
Only during the Olympics.
I'd love me some curling during the Olympics.
You don't know like rugby? Just like football, just about the pads and helmet.
Nah, I don't.
Lacrosse.
No.
Tennis.
If there's a big tournament on, I'd watch it.
Golf.
Maybe like the Masters, but that's it.
No, it's like April.
That just happened. Man.
Wasn't the match on yesterday?
It
Like
was-
Tom Brady,
yeah, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers.
Bryson DeChambeau, and
Rodgers won.
Good.
what about Monday Night Raw?
Yeah,
Oh.
you watch wrestling, so there you go.
Yes.
I'm going to throw that in there.
Anyway, but
I feel for me, I'm not the biggest hockey fan or baseball fan. I feel like if you take me to the game, I'll watch it and enjoy it.
Mhm.
I have to be there. I can't really watch it.
Have a couple beverages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try some Sprite.
Just Sprite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what'd you say? Yeah,
Yes.
yes. Dude, you need to speak into the mic
I'm
more.
talking to the mic. Now we can.
I didn't know this was a Verizon commercial.
Yes. Yes. But did anyone see the new feature they put in the new Madden game?
The home.
The home field.
Yeah.
How stupid is that?
That's crazy.
It's stupid. So one of the issues I've had with Madden the past couple years is 2 arcade. This is exactly the crap I was talking about. Nobody wants this.
Mhm.
Like, I saw the advantage the Broncos are getting of it being a mile high.
Some of them are the players get the visiting team gets fatigued quicker, or
Yeah.
they don't move as fast, or they're more likely to have issues with the routes. Like one guy's just going to run a mystery route.
I don't play Madden. And I probably wouldn't play this one either.
This sounds terrible. They just need to go back to Madden 16. Dude, 2K football's dead forever, man.
Yeah.
I've never even heard
It's
of it.
gone.
I've never.
seen it, but I never played
Yeah.
it.
It's dead. It's gone.
Why do you bringing up that?
It's been 16 years, man. Let it go.
What? Okay, I gotta just ask straight up. Why do you bring up the most random things at the most random times.
That's the Shirk Berserk
He's a
experience.
random person.
I know, but I'm just saying in general, we could be talking about basketball and you'll somehow mention football.
That's just how Shirk goes. But dude, NFL 2K is dead. It's not coming back.
No,
No, it's not.
no,
It's gone.
I'm sorry, Church, but you gotta let it go.
All those games are gone. Gone.
I remember NBA Live.
There's a reason those games haven't been made in so long, Church. It's because they weren't good. NFL 2K was the one exception. The other ones were trash.
I never played NFL 2K.
There was career modes before that.
There's still career modes now. Ugh.
But 2K, dead as the dodo. Okay? Not coming back. No, you're not. It's gone. It's over. It's over. It is over. Fight for the Fumble was terrible.
Stop naming random things.
You
Fight for
tell,
the Fumble was just bad, man.
you tell him to stop naming random things. It's like telling Church to just shut down. Exactly. What?
Are we gonna get more Berserk? I don't know if we can handle more Berserk.
Please don't. Who was the berserker of the week last week?
Oh, last week it was Paul George.
What?
It was Paul George.
Okay.
It was last week was definitely Paul George.
Okay. He doesn't remember.
It was Paul George. I wrote it down and guessed it.
We should have a running list, like on this wall, of like Berserker of the Week.
Well, there's gonna be like 3 in a row. Mikhail Bridges. Of course you did.
Did you did you tag him in a post?
You guys saw it?
Depends on how active on Instagram he is.
You like it?
Hey, Steelers wide receiver James Washington liked a tweet of mine. So that's kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what to say. I got at one point in time, Spencer Dinwiddie followed me on Instagram. This is before he went to the Nets, so like when he got drafted by the Pistons, I no longer follow him. That's all I got.
Okay. When the Chiefs
Probably, I have no clue.
when the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, I tried to message Travis Kelce on Instagram. He did not respond.
It's gonna happen.
You do anything with a celebrity or a celebrity that follow you thing?
A celebrity follow me.
Like your post? I don't know.
I've gotten some retweets, some likes.
That's what this segment turned into.
Yeah, that's what's happened. The key is to find the ones that are actually active and when they're active.
Like Kevin Durant.
And you don't want to get involved with Kevin Durant.
No,
Not at all.
no.
I just like the ones that interact with him.
It is funny when he claps back. It's like, what are you doing?
I mean, at least we know what he's doing in his off time. Like, either he's at the gym or he's on Twitter.
Yep.
He's on Twitter with one of his burners talking in fourth person. Okay.
Oh, now he's really just out there on his main account.
Oh, I know he is now, but he used to be in fourth person,
Oh, yeah.
where he'd be talking about himself with a different account. So
Mhm.
fourth person.
I'm so
First,
glad
second, third, fourth person.
It's just funny now that the burner's not a thing and he's just actually talking.
Well, I think it's better that way. If you don't hide behind a burner,
Yeah.
just if you're gonna do it, do it. Don't be like, no, I'm not hide behind a burner. Do it. And I'm glad he's doing it. They all do. They all have fake stuff.
I think a lot of athletes and famous people in general just have stuff that they don't know about.
They all have fake accounts for everything. For multiple reasons. One, so they can do ridiculous things. Two, so they can look at things that doesn't track your stuff.
Mhm.
Another, it's so if someone were to actually like block them, they could still find them and look at their stuff that way. But we're gonna head to a break here, then we're gonna come back for our final segment of the show. to wrap up the week here on So What's the Catch?
Like the only athlete that doesn't have a common
What?
burner is Kawhi.
Nick Diaz Lawler rematch in the works. Dana White says Diaz's return targeted for a September co-main event.
What's the main event?
I don't know.
I feel like Kawhi is probably the only one without a burner. He barely gets on his own social media.
It's probably because he's always on a burner.
Yeah, it doesn't. I'm looking at the article. It doesn't say what the Nick Diaz Robbie Lawler rematch would be the co-main event for. Just says it would be the co-main event.
Nah.
We're starting with the Indians thing. Okay. Oh yeah, we're starting with this. Gotcha. Yeah, you have no idea. My mom and sister are like rooting hard for Tampa Bay because they want me to shave this thing.
You won't do.
Love you too, Jade. Love you too.
Yeah, it's time to
Hey,
go.
hey, I don't have much room to talk, man. I can't grow up here.
I only have this and it's barely there.
You give me time, I can grow an awesome mustache, but I can't grow a beard.
That's the way life is.
Hmm?
That's the way life is.
Yeah.
You know, Charles over here, what did he get a beard for? You know, he gets one.
Mm-hmm. I love how that segment started out with hockey and we ended up talking about players' Twitter followers. It's great.
It's the berserk effect.
It is the berserk effect. It's always the berserk effect here on So What's the Catch on All Sports Cleveland. Complete wild card. If you ever watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, you are Charlie. That's exactly why I used it.
Yep. You are definitely Charlie.
You're Charlie from It's Always Sunny. Wild card.
Yes.
What? I can't stop the brakes. It's because I cut the brakes. Josh, what are you doing this weekend?
So I talked about how I want the Indians and Browns to cut out the fireworks at during games and stuff. But this weekend I am going to the Indians game on Sunday, July 11th. It is a 1:00 game against Kansas City. And this is going to be big for me because for the first time maybe in my life, I'm going to try doing full exposure, like no earplugs, no headphones. I'm not going to run away from the fireworks at all. I'm going to just try and do full exposure. Yep. Pretty big step. I'll let you know how it goes. Next show.
Best of luck to you.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like it's going to be easy.
No. And then Monster Jam is coming to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse on September 11th and September 12th.
What's that?
I didn't.
Monster trucks.
I didn't think that place was big enough for that.
It is.
I haven't been to one since I was like 7.
I went to one a couple years ago. It is actually really cool.
I'm trying to think, I don't think interest is big enough for those things to get in there.
So I thought Jeremy was going to be here for his quiz, but doesn't appear.
But I do have some, I guess, semi-breaking baseball news. The home run derby field has been set.
Oh,
We
really?
have all of the contestants. Are you ready?
Yeah.
We have Matt Olson of the Oakland A's, of course, Shohei Ohtani to hit bombs because that's awesome. Salvador Perez of the Kansas City Royals, and of course, because it's in Colorado, we have Trevor Story, Trey Mancini of the Baltimore Orioles. I hope he has a really good performance
Same.
after overcoming cancer.
Yep.
Juan Soto of Nationals, Pete Alonso looking to defend his title as home run derby champion, and Joey Gallo of the Texas Rangers.
So there's only like 2 National Leaguers then?
So is that like the 3-point contest for baseball?
There's 3 nationally. Yeah.
Okay.
So home run derby, sometimes there's 3 National League guys: Story, Soto, and Alonso.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go with
yeah.
Otani.
Otani's an American League.
I'm gonna go with him.
You know with Otani?
Yeah.
He hits bombs, so that's something to consider. It's timed. It's a timed event, so
And it's in Colorado.
and hitting moon balls goes against you. So if you're someone who can hit some line drive home runs, which I'm sure Otani can, because he's got a swing that's very much able to do that. But until I have a reason not to believe in Pete Alonso, I'm going with Pete Alonso.
Yeah, I'm going with the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
Joey Gallo hits bombs. That's a problem. Perez hits bombs. Story hits bombs. Soto hits bombs.
Olsen?
Also could be a sneaky pick, but he can also be one of those guys that finishes like 2.
There are always those guys where it's like, oh, he's for sure going to win. And then that guy comes up, oh, he only hit 2.
Oh, geez. Do you remember a long time ago, Brandon Inge was in the home run derby? He finished with 0.
Yes.
That was like the one year he like broke out and hit like 20 home runs during the first half and had like none in the second half. What was that? Oh, he was never a home run there. It was like the one year that was an anomaly. I picked him up from my fantasy teams. He had like 5 home runs in like the first week. I'm like, okay, let's see. Brandon Inge stats. Detroit Tigers legend Brandon Inge had 152 career home runs. This was in 2009 when he had 27, which is tied for his career high of 27-26. After that, his next highest number was 16. But
Oh, I can hear the rain.
I was saying, I think I hear rain.
And I have on shorts.
And I don't have it on an umbrella. Yay.
I'm wearing shorts and I have a tank top on, my friend.
I'm not wearing shorts. I got flip flops.
Oh, okay, we have our own set of problems. What was that? You gonna fall asleep in there?
Well, before you fall asleep, let's get to the pet peeve of the week, because I don't think we did this last week. Or did you guys do a pet peeve?
No, we didn't.
It's your thing, but I'm gonna do mine because I have one today.
All right, go
I
ahead.
said mine before was I said it was in boxing that fighters don't fight the best. Another thing that it's too many belts. They just talked about it. I think they're gonna like start regulating the belts where it's only 1 per weight class.
Thank you.
It's still gonna be like 4 belts per like sanction, but just 1 instead of like 12. Because you got the regular champion, the silver champion, the gold champion, and then the super champion. I have no clue who is the real champion, and it makes me mad.
I could not agree with you more.
I read the article, I was like, okay, that little smile came up like, huh. And I was like, all right, we gotta do this now, like today.
Yes.
Well, the answer is obviously super champion because super.
Hey, like, other than that, none of the other belts make any sense.
You know what's funny? Is I complained about this to you once before, and you're like, Google is your friend.
Google is your friend. Google is your friend.
That wasn't said. That took, I don't know why, but from how much I've gotten to know you, hearing that sounds like such a James reaction.
Google's your friend.
That sounds like such a James phrase.
It is, of course, unless you put those Google things in your houses. Then Google's not your friend. They mean that Google's watching you. But if you need to find some information, Google's your friend.
And you be very quiet with what you say.
Yes.
Maybe go to the basement and have a conversation. Bathroom, just turn the water on.
Fan, too.
Yeah.
Fan and water. Then have a conversation.
Just turn shower, faucet on, flush the toilet every like 10 seconds. Just, hello? Yeah. You got it.
I mean, you're using somebody, you use a landline at that point. Yeah, someone's gonna figure it out.
You're right.
I mean, come on, it's listening right now.
Right.
Oh,
I start
alright.
talking about like basketball. I know when I go on Instagram, I'm gonna see like 3 things. You wanna buy a basketball hoop? No.
Why do I feel like Baker Mayfield is watching me at that poster?
Because he is. That's why I don't sit there. The eyes make me very uncomfortable.
What was that? What's yours? Okay, elaborate how Rachel Nichols is your pet peeve.
about that thing about.
Oh yeah, you did want to talk about this story.
Oh, we have time, so
Yeah, go
sure,
ahead.
the floor is yours.
What I heard, trying to sabotage
I think it was Maria Taylor.
But anyways, yeah, just careers with downhill after that. Worse.
Yeah, I don't know much about the story, to be honest.
I know a little about the other story, but I didn't read too much on either one of them.
Wait, what other story?
I heard Jimmy Butler.
Oh,
I'll tell you off there. It's not really on air.
appropriate. Got it.
So your pet peeve is Rachel Nichols or people sabotaging other people's careers?
Yeah, I'm still lost too.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Okay.
So you dislike Rachel, but the pet peeve is the people sabotaging.
Okay. Got it.
You could have just said that.
And the floor continues to be yours because Berserker of the Week.
No, just tell me.
No, you don't get a drum roll.
You've been out of line today.
Mikhail Bridges.
Frank Kaminsky. Okay.
That's fair. That's a good one. That's like the first one I actually agree with. Like, that's good. Like, the rest of them have just been nonsense. Imagine if we started Berserker the week, like the very first episode. How many times do you think Mikhail Bridges would have?
Okay, first of all, Mikhail Bridges would have a couple more, but he would have some other ridiculous ones.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous
What,
ones.
is Jake Paul one? Or was he never one? I don't know.
Yeah, he's
but-
just challenging the fights.
Wait, do you still are you still with you still on okay.
He has a standing appointment for whenever Jake Paul wants to fight. That's what this is. But
Can I
let's be real here. At one point or another, you would have made Sin Bular one of your Berserkers of the Weeks. You would have made Sin Bular one of your
That's
Berserkers of
what
the
he was
Weeks.
talking about
Yeah.
earlier?
You still would have made him just because you're like, I feel like being weird today.
Wasn't even relevant when he got in the NBA. But he
To you, he's relevant because you bring him up all the time.
You did. I mean, Ben Simmons wasn't relevant, and yet you still made him Berserker of the Week.
Yeah, you.
the worst taco. That's it. He's the worst taco. That's it.
He's a worse taco?
Taco Paul.
Oh.
And I'm gonna be honest, they just worse versions of Greg, Jordan, Musan, and
I was gonna say Sean Bradley.
that too.
Yeah.
Or
It's just because he was tall, but he couldn't do anything.
what was the guy on Utah? Like 7'4".
When? Like 90s?
Yeah,
Greg Ostertag.
Yeah, Greg Ostertag.
that was his name. I can't remember. He won Defensive Player of the Year. Then
Oh, no.
Gobert?
90s.
Oh.
He just has to
Oh. I have no idea.
motorcycle accident or something like that. I can't remember his name.
Sean Bradley. I just mentioned Sean Bradley. He wasn't on the Jazz. He wasn't Defensive Player of the Year.
I have no
It's
idea.
gonna come. to me.
Sean Bradley was paralyzed in an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Sean Bradley played like the Mavs and with.
he played for the Sixers. He played for a lot of teams.
Yeah.
He was never Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh, my thing. I can't remember his name.
Alonzo Mourning, Dikembe Mutombo. Is that what you think about? Gary Payton, Olajuwon, David Robinson, Dennis Rodman, Michael Jordan, Michael Cooper, Alvin Robinson, and Mark Eaton, Sidney Moncrief.
Mark Eaton.
Mark Eaton?
I think that's it.
Oh, yeah, he just did die, yep. He was 1984, 1985.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
You threw me off in the 90s.
that's my fault because I was just thinking 90s.
I don't know why I said Rudy Gobert. That was bad.
But when I
Gobert probably was born in the 90s.
was thinking, I'm like,
Wait,
We should bring up Michael Olowokandi. How about Darius Miles?
Turk, you are all. Turk, you
Darius
are all.
Miles is terrible.
Turk is all over the place.
Him and Quentin Richardson.
I only liked them on 2K. That was it.
Yeah, because the team was actually bad in real life, but good in the game.
Or individually.
What about Trent Richardson?
Quentin, not Trent Richardson.
No, he definitely just said.
He said
Trent.
Quentin.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
I
think
know
you
what
did.
you're talking about.
I was about to say.
Let's talk about the legend of the Los Angeles Clippers. I mean, we can talk about him. Oh, we can talk about him too.
Talk about him earlier. Talk about Blake.
Oh, we got Blake.
DeAndre Jordan.
This team really doesn't have any better to talk about.
Clippers.
Chris Kaman.
Because I can't remember
Oh,
anybody.
Chris Kaman. Central Michigan's finest. Chris Kaman.
Hey, man.
Oh,
Elton Brand.
I remember him mostly on the Sixers, though.
Yeah, same. I think when I was little, I got to try on Elton Brand's like
Also, like,
shorts.
doesn't he work for the Sixers now?
Elton Brand, yeah.
Corey Maggette played for the Clippers.
I forgot about Corey Maggette.
I did, too. Only reason, what did you have?
He's just comparing Corey Maggette to James Harden, which could not be farther.
Can we just?
Are
Can
we
we
done
just?
with the show? Because that.
Yeah, are we done with the show?
What's your reasoning for your ridiculous statement? Okay, but you said
But you just said that.
The only thing I know about Corey Maggette, I used to confuse him with Charlie Villanueva because they were both bald and light skinned. That was it.
Didn't Charlie Villanueva like choke Zydrunas Ilgauskas in the game between the Bucks and the Cavs?
Probably.
maybe. All I remember is that in the early 2010s, the Pistons went on a big spending spree and gave Charlie Villanueva a big contract and Ben Gordon a big contract. And
You probably grab all
oh
those.
yeah, Austin Day was terrible. Okay,
Yeah, he lasted a day because I don't remember who that is.
he was
That was
like
good.
worse Tayshaun Prince.
AJ, that was good.
Come on, how about the legend of Walter Vermont?
Dude, you were on point today.
I don't remember who that is. I don't remember
You-
Austin Day.
Walter Vermont. How about him?
All right, well, we gotta go.
What was that? Oh, come on, how about Amir Johnson? Okay. Anyways, but we need to wrap things up here for So What's the Catch. We'll be back next week at 2 o'clock, hopefully with a full roster. But until then, have a good week.
Peace.
See ya.
I'll be recording. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.